wrestling comes to life. Heat flowing under Colorado lights. Twisted tales and shocking swerves.
Come on in, everybody. It is that time again. We do this every Friday right here on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Facebook. Everybody is welcome to this stream. Friend or foe, I don't care. The only thing I ask is that you are all respectful to one another. We are adults. We have opinions. Conversation is good. But if you are going to be a jacker, you are going to be ignored anyway. So there is no point of being a immature little troll or mark. Come on in, everybody. It is Friday, September 5th, 2025, man. I just went out for my daily hour walk, and I was thrilled to see that today, anyway, we have fall weather in Colorado. It was freaking awesome, bro. I had a little sweatshirt on. The mountain air was cool and crisp. Really makes me look forward to, fall, September, October, November, then the holidays. Of course, my favorite time of year. Guys, come on in, man. Just wipe off your feet. Don't make a mess on my carpet. Grab a cream soda, man. There are plenty to go around. And let's talk, shall we? This show is brought to you by russosbrand.com. Guys, if you've never been a member of russosbrand.com, you can go to patreon.com/RussoTWC right now and get a free week of the brand. You can sample us. If you like us, tiers on Patreon start at 75 cents a week. Also, guys, if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free. Please like the channel. Please leave comments, bro. That's how we grow our YouTube channel. And the more we grow our YouTube channel, the more content we will be putting up on our YouTube channel. Right now, Jeff Lane pretty much puts up comment on a daily basis. You can subscribe to YouTube too, bro, and you can get exclusive videos, and that is only 99 cents a month. So you could support us for as little as 99 cents a month. Guys, if you want to be a part of this conversation with questions, opinions, comments, you're going to do that through a super sticker or a donation, and I will bring you right up on the screen. Why super stickers or donations, Vinny Rue? Good question, simple answer. I am working. This is my job. This is what I do full time. So I need to make a living just like you boys and girls out there. Let's start with my friend Danimal. Thank you, Danimal. I just found out Jericho has a non-makeup Kiss tribute band called Quarantine. He just released Turn on the Night a few months ago. What's your thoughts on the non-makeup era of Kiss? That is a great question, Danimal. Everybody knows, man, I've been a Kiss fan for about 50 years. I bought my first Kiss record on my 16th birthday, bro. I did two things on my 16th birthday. I bought my first Kiss record. It was Rock and Roll Over, and I got my learning permit to drive. I'll never, ever, ever forget that. Man, I got to tell you, this is a surprise to a lot of people, Danimal, but my favorite album was the non-makeup years. My favorite album was Lick It Up. I love Lick It Up. That's first. And I would say maybe Creatures of the Night is probably second. So, yeah, I had no problem with the non-makeup years. I always knew that they were going to go back to the dance. I always knew that. But I actually, man, I saw them in concert throughout their non-makeup years. And I did enjoy a lot of that music. Let's go to Matt Lee. Matt Lee. Helmsley is the ultimate mark for himself. He spent 30 years selfishly putting himself over to the detriment of the company, the product, and the talent. Well, Matt, we are going to talk about old Trips today. And a lot of people say I pick on Trips. No, I don't pick on Trips. All I'm saying is, bro, when it comes from a creative viewpoint, try harder, bro. Try harder. Because all the show is match after match after match with a pop sprinkled in here or there. There are no stories. There are no cliffhangers. There's nothing to make us want to watch the next week. And you need to try harder, bro. And you know who's telling you that, man? The guy who scored the highest ratings in the history of the wrestling business. Me. I'm telling you that, bro. You're not trying hard enough. The shows that I watch on Friday and Monday literally could be formatted in 5 minutes. There's no substance to these shows whatsoever. And on top of that, finally, Triple H actually made castrating the marks. And I am going to play that clip for you to show you what a mark Triple H is and how ridiculous Triple H sounds. So I am going to play that comment for you that we played on Castrating the Marks. Guys, Castrating the Marks is a show we do every week. Man, we've been doing this show for almost a decade where all the dirt sheet marks, losers, wannabes, cellar dwellers, dweebs, whatever you want to call them, they all get castrated. Why? Because they deserve it. Lewis N. Hello, Mr. Russo. I hope you and your family are doing well. I'm just wondering where Jeff Lane is these days. May God continue to play. Oh, bro, Jeff Lane is alive and well. Jeff and I do a lot of shows together. Jeff's got his own Twitch channel that he goes on there quite regularly and does gaming. So, yeah, I mean, Jeff is still very, very active in the brand. Lewis N. And also, where is Big Vito LaGrassa these days? Bro, Vito got a pretty good job, bro. He got a full-time job in Florida. He's working very, very hard at the job. I still keep in touch with Big Vito. We are still good friends. Joshua David, Vicious Vince, can I get a woo? Woo! Woo-hoo! How about that? All right, guys, I want to talk a little bit about Triple H, man, because I saw this clip that Jeff Lane picked out for Castrating the Marks, and it absolutely made me chuckle. And my first question is a serious question. And that question is, are you serious, Triple H? Like, are you serious? Are you just saying this, or do you believe this? That's the first thing I had to try and figure out. But before we go to that, let's go to John Kelly. Tripp's always smugly saying, people don't know what the business is about. And what do you think he means by that? Surely he's laughing at the marks. No, bro. What I think is Triple H doesn't know what the business is about. That's what I think. He certainly doesn't know what television writing is. He certainly doesn't know what a script is. He certainly doesn't know what storylines are. He certainly doesn't know what characters are. He doesn't know any of that stuff. So, John, I'm going to play this clip for you now because Triple H actually said this, and we are going to dissect this. Are you guys ready? Here it is. This is it. This is your favorite Trips, and here's what he had to say. Okay, why ain't we playing this? Hello? Hello? Why is this not playing? Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys.
We tell stories and we do it better than anybody on the planet, in my opinion.
Okay, we tell stories.
We tell stories and we do it better than anybody on the planet, in my opinion.
All right, let me. I'm going to play this a couple of times because I want this to really soak in. We tell story. He makes two statements here. Number one is we tell stories, and number two is better than anybody on the planet, in my opinion. Good for him that he added in my opinion. But here it is again. All right, here we go. Hold on.
We tell stories and we do it better than anybody on the planet, in my opinion.
Okay, did we get that?
We tell stories and we do it better than anybody on the planet, in my opinion.
Okay.
We tell stories and we do it better than anybody on the planet, in my opinion.
Okay, I think you got the idea. We tell stories and we do it better than anybody else on the planet. So let's start with we tell stories. Here's the first question I got to ask Triple H. Brother, can you tell me what your opinion of a story is? I would really love to know what Triple H thinks a story is, because I tune in every single week to SmackDown and Raw. I don't see one single story. I see matches. I see I'm going to beat you up. I see I'm the better wrestler than you. I see I'm going to take your title. I see all that wrestling related bullshit. I don't see one story. Not a single. I don't see a love story. I don't see drama. I don't see a thriller. I don't see comedy. I don't see any stories. None. All I see is wrestling matches. So my first question to Triple H would be, bro, what do you think a story is? What are these stories you are writing and telling that I want the Intercontinental title? That's a story. What story, bro? There isn't one freaking story on either show. Not one. And then we do it better than anyone on the planet? I swear to God, bro, I'm really split on this, because I don't know if Triple H knows he's absolutely full of shite, because there are no stories. And obviously the best stories on the planet, bro, you tell better stories than a Stephen King or a George Lucas or a Steven Spielberg. You tell better stories than anybody on the planet, bro. Any writer, any person who writes novels, bro. John Grisham, you tell better stories than John Grisham, bro. Do you know what a joke that is, bro? Have you guys watched Unreal? You got these freaking yahoos sitting around a conference table with whiteboards, bro. And he's going to make the claim we tell stories better than anybody out there. So I have to ask myself the question, seriously, twofold. Is he full of shite? Or does he honestly believe that? Because if Triple H honestly believes that the crap they put on television are good stories, holy crap, bro, you got the wrong guy in the wrong freaking job. If he honestly believes these are the good stories, and we tell stories better than anybody. Give me one story, bro. Give me one freaking story. So either he's lying, either he believes it, or either he's as high as a kite. It's one of those three things. And I'm kind of looking at his eyes here. His eyes are a little bloodshot. He might be high as a kite. Let's go to Mahad Waziki. Hey, Vince, I got some questions for your book, Forgiven. Do you remember some of the older guys you named like Rashuti and Louie who passed away? Absolutely, bro. Ed Rashuti gave me my start, man. He gave me my start. He was the editor of the WWE magazine, WWF magazine, and he hired me to write some freelance stories for him. And Louie, man, Louie G and Frito, bro, taught me so much about the wrestling business. These two individuals were very, very, very important parts of my life. Lewis N., can I please get 10 times no yeet, 15 times yeet, please? Oh, my God, that's a lot of yeets. Hold on, man. Okay, so what do you want, 10 no yeets?
No yeet, no yeet, no yeet, no yeet, no yeet, no yeet, no.
All right, that's enough. And here's some yeets for you.
Yeet, 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 yeet.
Okay, let's go to Joshua David. Have you ever noticed how Tony Khan talks about AEW? It's always in the eye and bare ever in the we or the I. Yeah, he does that quite a bit, bro. That's a bad habit that Tony Khan has. But you'll hear that a lot in professional wrestling. Traffic Jam, damn that Traffic Jam. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to the wrestling business. Without your knowledge, I'll be lost in the sauce. Yeah, Triple H is a mark. Bro, if this dude is saying these are great stories and we write stories better than anybody, bro, you got to be a mark, H. You got to be a mark, or you got to be high, or you got to be loaded. You cannot believe, you yourself cannot believe you are telling stories on this show. Let's go to Matt Lee. Vinny Russo stories better than anyone on the planet. WWF 1997 to 1999. Thank you very much, Matt Lee. Guys, remember, man, you could be a part of this conversation. Super sticker or donations. You can ask me anything. Bro, if I had anything to hide, if I'm a freaking con man or a liar like 90% of the people in the wrestling business, I don't think I'd be doing this, bro. I don't know what you're going to ask me. I don't care what you're going to ask me. I got nothing to hide. The interest. Hunter was at Vince's party, but not Steph. I didn't hear that Hunter was at Vince's party. Interest? That I did not hear. I know Shane was there. I did not hear Stephanie was at the party. I would have to get that confirmed. Brian, KOO2. Vince, your video in 2016, remember the authority you said they're not creative, Steph and Triple H. 9 years later, it's still true. Absolutely, bro. Bro, you're either creative or you're not. You can't learn to be creative. You're either creative or you're not. And Triple H is not creative. Joshua, you got any Bob Backlund stories? Man, Joshua, one of my favorite people in the world to work with, man. I loved working with Mr. Backlund. I loved producing Mr. Backlund, man. The older Bob Backlund running for office and, you know, the chicken wing and losing his mind. Bro, I used to produce him in the pre-tape room. I swear to you, Joshua, I used to stand there and cry. I would cry. That's how much this man would break me up. And I will never forget, bro, bringing him to spring break where he was trying to educate and straighten out college students. One of the absolute highlights of my career. Wilfredo, what's going on? Did you watch the Tony Khan running video? I saw a glimpse of that, Wilfredo. I saw a little glimpse of that. I wasn't sure what it was about. Man, how do I pronounce this name? It's not Mohad. There would be an H in there. Mod Wazaki. Hey, man, Do you, Bob Russman from the New York Daily News? Of course I do. You stated he screwed you by making a false send up a unit for absolutely. That is exactly what happened back in the day. I exposed Phil Mushnick in the New York Post, and then Bob Reisman tried to soil my good name in the Daily News to cover for his friend, Louis N. Will you go back and finish reviewing every episode of the Raws from 97 to 2001? I think you only did 39 episodes, or they're more. Yeah, bro, I review the Attitude Era on Patreon, bro. I review the Attitude Era every freaking 2 weeks, man. You can go to Patreon right now, guys. Patreon.com/Russo TWC. You can get a free week. You could sample the shows, but I go back and I review the Attitude Era every 2 weeks. Guys, you want to get in here? It's a super sticker or a donation. Man, I'm excited to share this with you too, bro. I got my edit back for my third book, bro. So now it is back on my hands. Now I am working on it feverishly. I'm going to be working on it as soon as I am done with this stream. The third installment of my series is going to be called Total Nonstop Agony. And it starts when Bischoff and Hogan came into TNA. I'm going to tell you the real story that nobody's ever talked about before. And that book will be out next summer. Total Nonstop Agony. Guys, I'm going to stay on here for a few more minutes, man. If you've got any super stickers, donations, questions, comments, let it be known now or forever hold your peace. Danimal HHH did work hard to get to where he's at. Oh, no doubt about it, bro. I'm not doubting that at all. When he was an in-ring wrestler, when I worked with Trips, he worked his ass off, bro. Please, man, do not misunderstand me. I am talking about creatively. It's a very lazy booked show, bro. Package, match, backstage, package, match, backstage, match, package, backstage. That's it, bro. It is simple. It is simple. How long will Triple H last in WWE TKO? Traffic jam? I don't know. I really don't know. You know, not being there and not being on the inside, I don't know. I think if Rock ever decided that he wanted to get back in wrestling full time, I don't know if there's room for both Triple H and The Rock. Lewis! So there's definitely 1,000% more than 38 episodes of Attitude Era Ross saw is Wars on your Patreon. What year did you get up reviewing? Oh, my God, bro. Right now, I'm somewhere in 1999 right now, bro. We just went through the whole Ministry of Darkness with Austin saving Stephanie. And now we've got Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon pitted against each other. That is where we are now, Lewis. Williams Wrestling, Triple A married Stephanie for power. Well, he definitely made out all right for himself politically by marrying the boss's daughter. Make no bones about that. Mahad Wazik, last question. I know you always said you didn't like cat. I hate cats, bro. And you're a dog person, but you had two cats, Crystal and Rainbow, and you loved them. Yeah, I did, bro. But they scared me, man. They scared me. When cats get that hump and that hiss going, I get the heebie-jeebies, bro, because you never know what they're going to do. You know, dogs, you know, bro. A dog is going to look in the eye. They're going to start growling. Then they're going to show the teeth. Then you're going to look at those eyes. You know what's happening. With the freaking cat, bro, that hiss and that humpback, and you have no idea. Are they going to scratch your eyes out? Like, oh, my God, I can't trust the little bastards. KS. Thought I sprained my ankle, ended up going to a doctor who works for WWE, and for some reason he taped up my ribs. Very good, KS. Yeah, bro. The only injury people suffer in the WWE, the only fake injury people suffer are taped up ribs. Every other week, bro, somebody has taped up ribs. I guess that's Triple H's idea of great storytelling, better than everybody. I swear to God, bro, in the last 6 weeks, 3 different wrestlers have had taped up ribs. That's the only parts of their bodies that hurt. Guys, again, man, please, if you are watching this on YouTube, subscribe to this channel, man. Jeff and I are really trying to get these numbers up. Jeff puts on free videos every day. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. Like the channel. Leave a comment. And guys, if you want to support us, I do shows on a daily basis. You know, we got Jeff Lane, Ben Hameen, Stevie Richards, Stevie Ray, EC3, Al Snow. I'm going to start bringing in special guests. My special guest who's going to be reviewing the first 2 episodes of WWE Unreal with me. My first special guest is the great D'Lo Brown. D'Lo and myself, we sit down, we watch episodes 1 and 2 of Unreal. I already recorded 3 and 4 with another very special guest, but I am not ready to reveal that just yet. All right, guys, I'm going to go back and work on my book. You guys ever need to reach me for anything, it's official Vince Russo at gmail.com.
Beat him was a Hallmark movie.
A Hallmark movie beat them. Well, you guys still got questions. Lewis, has Disco Inferno apologized yet? Disco Inferno has not apologized yet. And Lewis, I have not heard from Disco since I canceled the show, but he has not apologized. I don't hold any grudges towards Disco. I'm not mad at Disco. But no, the answer is no. Guys, any last minute questions or comments? And I'm going to wrap this up, man. I got to go work on about 250 pages of my book. I got to get it back to ECW Press, man, so we can get the balls rolling. All right, guys, I am going to wrap this up, man. I want to thank everybody for coming in here today, man. I want to thank everybody for contributing super stickers, donations. I appreciate all of that very, very much. Guys, if you've never been a member, go to patreon.com/Russo TWC and get your free week of the brand. Guys, have a great, great, great weekend, man. Thank you for joining me today. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you next time.